What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tommy's Kitchen. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make caramel popcorn in your own kitchen. If you haven't seen my other two popcorn videos, I'll leave those linked above and below. In those other two videos, I made movie theater style popcorn, and I made kettle corn popcorn. Well, today we're going to be making the caramel style, and now let's head over to the ingredients table, and I'll show you guys what you're going to be needing to use. Alrighty guys, this is what you're going to be needing to use. You're going to be needing oil, popcorn, butter, some sugar, some salt, and you're going to be needing a large bucket, a spoon, measuring utensils, and then you're going to be needing your thing to make your popcorn. If you don't have one of these things, because I know some people don't like having one pot to do one specific thing because it does take up some space. So we're going to be using the red pot. Just make sure whatever pot you use, you have some kind of steam hole, or if you don't have a steam hole coming out, just kind of, just leave it cracked a little bit. You're going to be needing our own separate pot for when we make the caramel. And then here's the list for the exact measurements of what you're going to be needing to use to make the caramel popcorn. Alright guys, so now that you guys know what we're going to be needing to use, let's start making the popcorn. The first thing you're going to want to be doing is you want to turn on your stove, medium heat, and we want to throw our first tablespoon of butter in there, and then you take your 1 tablespoon of oil. And then once this butter melts, it should be a little melted, but it was just taken out of the freezer. So once that all melts, I'm going to put the kernels in there, just like kind of what we did when we made the kettle corn, and wait for those couple kernels to pop. Alright, now we're going to take our 3/4 cup of popcorn kernels and I'll pop them in. No, I took the wrong one by mistake. These are the two that we need. Alright, now that our kernels are in, get them all nice and coated. Once it starts to cook, and then once it's about to be done, when you do this like one Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and you hear like 2 seconds, you don't really hear more kernels, you turn it off. Alright guys, popcorn's done. Man, it's a lot. Alright, let's get off the stuff so I can't really move it around so it doesn't burn. Don't mind that color, that's just from the butter. Man, that's a freaking lot. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to put our 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put a little more because this is a lot. Alright, so now that our popcorn's done, now we're going to move on to our caramel. So now we're going to move on to our caramel. We're going to use our regular pot here, and we're going to turn back on our heat to medium heat. And then you're going to take 100 milliliters of water. Dump it in. Then you're going to take your 1.05 cups of sugar. So basically what that is 1 cup and then about 1/2 tablespoon. So what you're going to want to do is now, is you don't want to stir it. You just want to like make sure it all gets covered. And now it's just going to sit here, and don't feel like you're doing something wrong. If it's going to take a while. The first time I did this, it took, I want to say, took around 20 minutes. Alright guys, this is going to be, I do this super fast. Once that it's dark, drop your butter in. Just start stirring and stirring. Don't worry about how it gets all this foamy. Just keep on stirring. It'll turn into the caramel. Now once we're done stirring, you're going to dump it into the popcorn. Stir it up super quick. Dump it on the sheet and then spread it out because it dries very fast. Alright, still keep on stirring it. It's almost to that good caramel. Alright. Alright. Stir this up quick. Alright, so now when it's all stirred, dump the rest of this out. I wish we had a bigger tray, but you guys get the idea. Yep. Alright, so now you basically just let it cool off. It's gonna harden. Once it hardens, you just put it into your bowl and pop in a movie or invite whatever you want to serve it to, like a bunch of friends. Enjoy it. It's gonna be really good. Alright, so now once you broke it all down, now let's give it a try. Man, this is really good. Alright guys, that is how you make caramel popcorn in your own home. But before I end the video, I just want to say with this recipe, I feel like there wasn't enough caramel for the amount of popcorn that we made. When I was doing my research and watching a bunch of videos about that certain recipe and like seeing photos and stuff, it just didn't add up right. When I first made it, I made it with just doing the half a cup of popcorn like I do with every other popcorn recipe that I make. So my only thing I would change is if you want to have that amount of popcorn, I'd say do about double the caramel. But if you want to do this amount of caramel, then just do the half a cup of popcorn. That's the only thing I would change. But other than that, I thought it came out great. It freaking tastes great. So if you want to, one more thing I forgot to mention, if you want to have some peanuts and Cracker Jacks, make your own. Just throw in some peanuts in there after the caramel, you just dump it in. Just have the peanuts already in there and then just dump all that in and stir it up with it. It's going to taste just like peanuts and Cracker Jacks. So that wraps up today's video. If you like this video, please make sure you smash that like button. And if this is your first time at my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you want to stay up to date of whenever I post a video, hit that bell button. And please share this video with your friends. Alrighty guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. What's up everybody? No. What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Tommy's Kitchen. In this another episode of Tommy's Kitchen. If you haven't So that